Covenant, presence of God. They're holy. It's a sacred thing. This is the most precious possession that Israel possesses, the presence of God. It wasn't their chariots, their houses, or anything else. This is their most prized possession because it represented the relationship with Yahweh, the one who would deliver them out of bondage over and over and over again. And so where's Samuel laying down at? Near the presence of God, at the Ark of the Covenant. He's laying down next to it. Where's Eli? In his own place, like in his own room, chilling out. He's going blind. Then the Lord called Samuel and he said, "Here I am." And he ran to Eli and said, "Here I am, for you called me." But he said, "I did not call. Go lie down again." So he went and lay down. Let me go ahead and crunch this real quick. God, as Samuel's laying down at the Ark of the Covenant, God speaks up and he says, "Samuel. Samuel. Eli must be calling me. Let me go check on it. Eli, did you call me?" And then Eli's all like, "Go to bed. I didn't call you. That wasn't me. Let me go back to my bed near the Ark of the Covenant." And it happened a second time. "Samuel." Must be Eli. He must want his warm goat milk. Something like that. Almond milk, I'm so sorry. "No, Samuel, I didn't call you, son. Go lay down." That boy, crazy, but so faithful. And we'd go lay down again. And so finally it happened thrice. It happened a third time. And he heard, "Samuel." Man, dude, this dude, man, I'm telling you, bro. So he goes to see Eli. And so it says that the scriptures say that Eli perceived what was going on. The word perceive means he's distinguished. He realized, he's like, "Oh, wait a minute. If I'm not calling him, we're the only two people in here. It must be God. God's calling you." They didn't know about schizophrenia back then, okay? I'm just kidding. And so Eli finds out, some of you caught that. Eli realized what's going on. He's like, "Okay, listen, Samuel, this is what I want you to do. I realize what's going on. I'm a little blind. I want you to go back to where you're going. And the next time you hear your name called, I want you to say, 'Lord, your servant hears. Please speak.'" And so Samuel's like, okay, here we go. And he goes, and this is what the Bible says about Samuel. Samuel, verse 7, "Now Samuel did not yet know the Lord, but yet Samuel served in his house since he was a babe." And it says that and the word of the Lord had not yet been revealed to him. I want you to get this for just a moment. He goes back, he listens, and the Lord came and stood. I want you to get this for just a moment. The Lord came and he stood. At first he would just call, "Samuel." The Lord knew that Samuel didn't know him, and yet he called him in that way. In the same way, guys, God will call to you in places in your life. He knows where you're at. God knows where you're at. He knows how much you know of him. See, he knows you entirely. There isn't a part of you that he doesn't know, that he doesn't love, that he didn't create. But see, you may not know him. He'll meet you in that place. And this is what's amazing, is once Samuel realized, God came and he stood in front of Samuel and he called him out, "Samuel, Samuel, Samuel." And Samuel did as Eli instructed, and he replied, "Speak, for your servant hears." God gives Samuel an assignment, a task, and he goes to sleep. And it says that Samuel laid there all night, and then he opened the temple doors, and then Eli came up to him and said, "Eli," because this is what the assignment was. "Samuel, I want you to go to the man that you've been serving since you were a little boy and that you admire and look up to, and I want you to give him this message. I'm going to kill his sons, and I'm going to take his life, and his whole lineage is going to be cut off. And the one man that I'm going to leave, he's going to stand weeping and crying for the lost generations, and he will not be a priest, because I'm raising up a new priest, and it's you, Samuel." I can imagine that Samuel, who just heard the Lord, he's like, man, he's probably like, "I don't like this Lord. Like, he's mean." No, probably not at all. No, but see, do you see the weight of the assignment that he carried? He had to go. He went from servant boy to literally the mouthpiece of God. The assignment changed for Samuel, and he got up. And imagine looking at your father, looking at this figure in your life that represents the authority of God, and saying that to him. And Eli approached him, and he says that the word says that Samuel was afraid to tell Eli. And so Eli replied and he said, "Tell me, or let it be unto you what was going to be unto me." And so Samuel's like, this dude threatened me, man. All right, that's what the Lord said. No. And so he told him what the Lord said. He said, don't hide anything. Don't hold anything back. Tell me everything. And he told him everything. He said, Eli, man, look, this is what the Lord said to me. The next verse says, and after he did this, and Samuel grew, and the Lord was with him, and let none of his words fall to the ground. Basically, everything he thought he heard God say, it happened. All Israel from Dan to Beersheba knew that Samuel was established as a prophet of the Lord. Samuel was able to do the cool stuff, I don't know, like speak for God, because he was willing to do the lame stuff. He got promoted because he served. He did the lame stuff. And as a result, like, again, servanthood is like promotion steroids, man. It's like, brah, you're huge. And because of that, he got elevated. He went from cleaning blood, taking out the trash, cleaning tools, washing the dishes, to receiving a word from God that was going to change an entire generation, an entire family. When's the last time you did that? When's the last time you came up to somebody and said, this is what the Lord has to say to you? And then it happened. He got promoted. Something that we all yearn for. This is what the secret of his promotion was. 1 Samuel 2:11, it says this, then Elkanah went home to Ramah, and the boy was ministering to the Lord in the presence of Eli the priest. The word ministry literally means, both in Hebrew and in Greek, to serve. That's it, to wait upon. Like when you go to a restaurant and like they wait on you, right? Like they're serving you and you tip. You can be like, dude, thank you for your ministry. That was very good food. It's ministry. Whenever it says I was ministering to the Lord, I was serving the Lord. Whenever I say that I'm a youth pastor, I'm ministering to you, I'm serving you. I don't take a position where I'm above. I take this position where I'm like, hey, this is probably what best serve your life, master. Because you're the master of your own life.